It's sad.
Well, one of the things that I noted in 2005, the Q Foundation added a component to help dropouts receive their GED,
Yes, yes.
certificates. Could you tell us a
Yeah,
little
once
bit
again,
about that piece?
that's funded by the um, Workforce Investment Act, WIA, and I can just remember uh, that takes me back to that time when I was building the foundation in which I had no money. You know, I was stepping out on faith, truly, and you know, I was divorced, recently divorced, and I can remember just talking to God, you know, what do you want me to do? Because I'm trying to give back, and I'm trying to do what you want me to do, but you know, I can't do it anymore, and you know, I still don't understand what be still means, but something just said be still, and then 6 months later or less, I received a grant for $1.1 million.
Wow.
You know, and basically, I was recognized for the things that I was doing in the community. I had knew someone that was involved in it, which, you know, I happened to coach that person's child. You know, so then we put in the paperwork and made it happen. Of course, with the budget cuts and all that, we still don't operate that amount. But I mean, just the fact of, you know, putting in the legwork, putting in the blood work, and just doing the right thing. Brought the recognition on, so I'm grateful for that as well. A lot of families have been blessed because of that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Man Up. Tell us about Man Up.
Oh man, you all need to man up.
Yes.
Man Up is premised with developing young men by men. It's a male mentor group.
Okay. And I'm sure that you get a lot of training just in the home.
Yes.
Raising your boys.
Well, a lot of the yes, I do, and a lot of the males that we service are single parent fathers, and a lot of them are teenagers. We have a sister mentor group called Girls Only, which we mentor the young ladies. You know, through that program, there's a lot of single parent mothers there. So, in my school, we probably have about 10% single parents that have dropped out of school and, you know, looking to pursue their GED.
Wow, that is very impressive.
Yeah.
Now tell me, how do you navigate your work and late nights dating? There are a lot of single men that say, hey, you know, I'd like to bring someone in the home, but I'm raising men here.
Yes,
Is that
yes.
different from having...
I don't bring women around my children.
Okay.
Whether they're just friends or whether it could be a possible dating. I don't believe in that. It is a touch thing. It is a touchy thing because the loneliness does set in every now and then. It does. I mean, if we're going to have a conversation, we're going to have a real conversation.
Exactly.
But that does cause a conflict in dating sometimes, I guess. I'm very protective of my children, all three of them. I'm sure, you know, I'm kind of a little bit obsessive with it because if you're just a friend, why not? But the children don't recognize just friends.
No,
they don't
that's
know,
true.
and so I just
Yes.
choose to just keep it separate.
Okay. And cooking, you touched on that because I'm sure we have a lot of fathers that are at home independently. You don't like to use the word single parents, so we'll
Yes.
say independently. And how do you prepare the meals? Do you have a nanny that comes in every now and then, or do you go to McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Captain's Galley. And we eat out a lot, and that's
Okay.
another thing that my children miss. We do have to eat out a lot.
Yes.
Because of my work schedule. I can cook.
Okay.
But with my work schedule, hosting my radio show, coaching, we do have to eat out a lot. We've tried the chef thing and all that good stuff, but you know, we're in a recession right now, I think.
Yes, absolutely. So eating out.
So I'm putting on my apron. Chef Boyardee or something.
Exactly. Eating
Yes.
out can be very, very difficult with the economy being in the situation that it is at present.
Yes. And I'm in the community-based business. It's not that much money out there.
Okay. Well, we thank you for your time, and we'll be back. Welcome back to The Single Parent, and we're continuing our conversation with Coach Q. Coach Q, thanks again.
Thank you.
And I'd just like to share some of your bio, that you are a renowned youth empowerment coach. You're an author of a very impressive book titled Mindset of a Champion.
Mindset of a Champion.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about your book.
The Mindset of a Champion talks about living your life to be a champion, not necessarily an athletic champion or achieving a trophy for a team, but more so living a life of a champion. You achieving your personal goals. You know, every day getting up, doing something small to achieve your goals.
Okay.
You have to have that mindset of a champion.
Mindset of a champion. I like it. Now,
Yes.
you also were a professional athlete.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, shortly.
Shortly. Okay. Okay. Tell us a
I
little
won't,
bit.
I won't talk too much about that, but I had a
Okay.
very successful semi-pro football career, and I enjoyed it.
Exciting.
Yes.
Exciting.
Yes, yes.
Now, mindset of a champion.
Yes.
If we interviewed your kids, would they call you a champion?
No, they call me Coach Q.
They call you Coach Q. Okay. Okay. So they call you, okay.
Well, you know, that was a tricky question. That was
Okay,
a
that
tricky
was
question because when you said my kids, I'm thinking about all the kids that I serve,
Yes.
not necessarily just my kids. When you say my kids, I have thousands.
Oh, that's right.
You
That's
know, and
right.
that
Yes.
confused me because I get that
Yes.
all the time. I would pray that my kids love their father.
Yes.
They look up to me, but my son likes to tell me I inspire him, but
Oh.
really they inspire me.
Really?
Oh
And-
yes.
And what
Oh,
are your
yes.
sons' ages?
Like I said, they'll be 13 and 7 this year.
Okay. And a
Yeah.
lot of times when they hit that double digits, parents feel like it's very trying
Ooh.
raising teenagers.
Ooh.
Would you say that your son has changed? That the hormones have
And it-
increased?
Within a year.
Oh, wow.
Within a year. He's an honor roll student.
Oh, it's a blessing.
Very handsome young man. So you can imagine what comes with that in teenagers. So
Yes.
he's the finest thing at the school in his eyes.
Oh, okay.
You know,
So I'm
you
sure
know,
the
but-
telephone's ringing off the hook. You're taking the calls and writing the numbers
Well,
down.
yeah. No, I can't say that. I can't say that because, you know, it's funny. We raise our sons different from our daughters.
Okay. How so?
You know. Well, I'll get him a phone number,
Oh.
and then she can't have a phone.
Sounds like my dad.
Yeah. So it's the
Okay.
truth.
Oh, okay.
And I hate to say that, but we do have a kind of a double standard type society. But that's Daddy's girl.
Okay, so the girl can't have a phone.
She can't.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No.
She
no,
can
no,
probably
no.
date when
It's-
she's
no,
30, maybe?
50.
50. Oh,
Maybe.
okay.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Now tell us, what are some of the things that you do with your boys?
Everything.
Everything. Okay.
Everything. I mean, I don't feel like I get much time away from my boys. They're homebodies, though. You know, you would think that they like to be out, but they really enjoy being home. Maybe because we're out so much with athletic events and many different youth events.
Okay.
You know, so they enjoy
Now,
being home.
how's it different?
They like the video games.
They like the yes.
That's right,
Yes.
that's right.
Most kids love the video games.
Yes, they do.
So the 13-year-old, he still enjoys video games as well.
Oh yes, most
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
Most
Now,
definitely.
how's it different raising a 7-year-old boy versus 13-year-old?
They fight.
They fight. Oh, okay.
And that's my man. That's my baby boy.
Oh,
And, you know,
okay.
and so I probably baby him a little bit too much. But he's at that whining stage now, and it's nothing is fair.
Nothing
You
is
know,
fair.
Nothing is fair.
Okay.
You know, his brother gets everything. He doesn't get anything. You know.
Yes.
You know.
That
So it's
sibling
a
rivalry.
trying time, but he's a great young man too. I love him.
Now tell us about this award that you received with Essence, a Do Right Award in 2006.
Yes, huh?
So it's
Y'all been reading
coming from a champion.
Y'all been
Yes.
reading the bio,
Yes, your
huh?
bio was
You know,
huge.
some
I mean,
of
it took
those-
us about 3 days.
Some of that stuff I truly forget about it. But it was a great experience. I was recognized in Essence magazine for what I've done and been blessed to do in the community. And we featured there, and we went out to Houston and part of their events, and it was a great experience.
Okay. Do Right Man. It's interesting because everyone has a different definition of what
Exactly.
Do Right means.
Exactly.
Everyone has. So what is your definition for Do Right?
I don't know that any man does right.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. But no, seriously, I just think a real man stands up for his community. He stands up for his family, and he stands up for what's right. We're not
Okay.
perfect. Nobody's perfect. But we stand up for what's right.
Okay. And what are some of those leadership values that you incorporate in your business as well as your home, and how do they differ?
It's funny, I get that question all the time, being an entrepreneur and being a leader. It's no different. You can't live your life one way in your personal life and then live your life a different way in business, especially when you're working with youth, because they see things that's not real in you, and so you can't be fake.